when we think about marketing, I want you to think about two types of marketing, because there is really only two types of marketing when you think about marketing as a holistic thing. And the first thing is to think about solution marketing. With SEO, you're gonna use solution marketing as part of your strategy, and that is where your prospect is looking to solve a problem. And typically, what would happen is that your prospect is on the internet using a search engine like Google or Bing or Yahoo, although Google gets most of the search traffic. They might use YouTube and put a search term into YouTube, or they might end up watching a YouTube video that has come up in Google search results. Now, for those of you that don't know, Google owns YouTube, right? So it is the second largest search engine in the world, Google being the first largest search engine in the world. The other thing that somebody might do is they might just ask for a recommendation. So, it's not always going to be about, when you're capturing relevant traffic, it's not always going to be about online, right? But sometimes they do ask online, right? So they might be in a group or something online. They might use a previous supplier. So you want to make sure that, that you do turn up if they're looking for a solution. And if you've been a previous supplier to that person and you don't turn up, they might not remember who you are. Now, we've got other strategies for making sure we keep in touch with their past customers, really important. But today we're going to talk about how to use SEO to do that. Other directories as well. So sometimes when you do a Google search or a search for a product or service, other directories will pop up in the search results. And so quite often people will use those directories. Now, we used to use Yellow Pages, especially if you're my vintage. I'm nearly 52. And Yellow Pages was the big book that you went to, right? Nobody really uses that anymore, not even online, even though it still exists. I don't think anybody really uses Yellow Pages, but yeah, other directories play an important part in SEO as well. We'll come to that shortly. They might have recalled something they've seen earlier as well. So maybe in their searches or on the internet, they might have seen something. But there's lots of different things that people do when they're looking for a solution. But they've done a lot of studies, and they reckon that most of the searches that are done online on the internet are using Google to try and find a solution. So Google is a really good way. Now, interruption marketing. So that's solution marketing. Interruption marketing is where we're stopping people in their tracks, right? Where we're interrupting their day. And this is things like Facebook ads. Now, a lot of people struggle with Facebook ads. And that's why I say start with SEO first, or even Google ads first, because what you're going to do is you're going to capture the people that are looking for a solution. Yet a lot of people are starting with things like Facebook ads because it's in their face every day. And they think, oh, we should be able to do this. But it's much more difficult to stop somebody who's doing something for entertainment purposes. And I want you to think about television or radio or the cinema or bus advertising. When was the last time you bought something from those mediums? Now, I'm sure you have bought something from Facebook ads. Most people have, but still, you're probably seeing a lot of ads per transaction, right? So before you actually buy something, a lot of the times the ad that you'll buy from will be what's called remarketing, right? So that's somebody who's visited your website and then you show them a reminder in their social media feed. And that's called remarketing or retargeting. And SEO does play a part in that, because if someone's looking for your product or service, they land on your website, but you don't have a good lead capture game plan, so they don't give you their details, you still get a second bite of the cherry. And the way that you do that is you can interrupt them on social media with your ads. Now, when it comes to interruption marketing, you want things that are going to be really quite compelling. And sometimes we can use interruption marketing with SEO if people are looking for things. And we'll talk a bit about how that works in a second. But, you think about this billboard here. This is a subway billboard. I don't even know if it's real or if it's a mock-up or something I found online. But it would certainly get your attention. Well, this one here, this is a jeweler, a billboard, right? But this is interruption marketing. You've got to get people's attention. So your ads have to be really quite out there and in people's faces and be quite jaw-dropping and have a very strong message and a really strong offer for them to be effective. So that's just sort of something you need to get your head around, is solution marketing versus interruption marketing.